Football Club here at Bramall Lane, ahead of a huge night of boxing on Saturday night, live and exclusive on Sky Sports Box Office and Showtime across America. This is the first of our two undercards today. World Championship Boxing, of course, with George Groves against Chudinov, and then the main fight, press conference coming after the huge IBF Welterweight World Championship fight between Sheffield's Kell Brook and mandatory challenger Errol Spence. At this time, to speak to our main event, co-event fighters, I'm going to pass over to Adam Smith at Sky Sports.
Thanks, Eddie. Brilliant to be back here in Sheffield, a city so synonymous with boxing, of course. A vital world title clash as the co-main event. Let's get straight to George Groves. The fourth attempt, George, at a world title. What makes you believe this is the one where it all comes together?
Thank you, Adam. Yep, fourth roll of the dice, as it were. But I feel this is my best opportunity. I mean, with a good champion, you know, the previous world champion. But we've prepared correctly. We feel good. You know, I've been a little bit unlucky before in the past, maybe, but this time's going to be my time. A lot of things are going well for me. I'm with a good team, good trainer, and yeah, we're just ready to go out and win, which is essentially for me just another fight. So win that fight. There's a lovely prize at the end of it, but we're treating it as just another fight. We're confident of winning. We prepared correctly, and we're looking forward to it.
You say luck plays a part, of course. You had that great first fight with Carl Froch. You were so close against Badu Jack. Are you going to use those experiences to put it right on Saturday night? Do you believe you should be a world champion?
Maybe that was the problem for a little while, that I thought I should have been world champion and I wasn't. I definitely had a low period. It's hard to put a finger exactly on when that started, whether it started after the first loss, the second loss. Ultimately it hit home, losing a split decision away from home to Badu Jack. So then I knew I had to make changes, and since then I feel it's been nothing but, you know, being on the up. Had a tremendous year last year with the new team, working with Shane, 4 back-to-back wins, big impressive wins, and it's put me in, you know, in good stead now for a world title challenge. I've lost 3 world title attempts, but I don't feel beat up. I don't feel exposed. You know, I got knocked out in one of them, but you know, it was a pick-em fight up until that point. The first fight with Froch, I was a little bit unlucky. The fight with Badu Jack, you know, I feel I was unlucky. So this time I'm not going to allow it to be close. You know, I'm not going to let luck play a part. Everything is in my favour. This is now my time to go out and win, and we're in a good place, and that's what we're confident doing.
You say everything's in your favour. What dangers does Fedor Chudinov possess on Saturday? I mean, he's virtually unbeaten, isn't he? Yeah,
I mean, he's as you say, a virtually unbeaten. He's a previous world champion. He's fought at the highest level. He's fought away from home before, so you know, he's a good fighter. He's a very good fighter, and maybe we haven't seen the best Chudinov yet. We've prepared for someone who we believe we haven't seen before, but I'm hoping that the fact that he hasn't boxed in so long is a plus sign for me. I'm hoping that I get a good support Saturday night here, fighting in the UK. You know, Chudinov's fought in front of big crowds before, but I don't think he's boxed anyone as big as this, and they're a bit quiet in Germany as well from time to time. So I'm looking forward to a tremendous atmosphere, and you know, a great night of boxing, and ultimately a win.
Fedor, welcome back to Britain. We remember you against Frank Buglioni. How big a night is this for you here in Sheffield against George Groves on Saturday?
Hello everyone. I like Sheffield. Yeah, George says 1 year I don't boxing, I don't have fights, but I feel good, feel better than my last fight. We changed training a little bit. I think now I'm better than last time.
What do you think the strengths and the weaknesses are with George Groves?
Что ты понимаешь по поводу
George is good boxer, but I think I saw his fights and watch techniques, and learn. I think I have good chance to win.
Do you think you can stop George Groves and make a real statement here on Saturday?
We will see. It is boxing. Everybody can win. Everybody can lose.
You excited though?
A little bit.
Shane McGuigan, are you excited? You've worked with George now for, I think, 4 fights. You've obviously got a really good bond. I know you rate Fedor Chudinov extremely highly. Looking forward to the challenge ahead.
Yeah, I think one of the things that George and myself, when we teamed up together, set out to do is to win a world title. It wasn't to be involved in look into having huge fights with the likes of James DeGale. It's to win a world title, and I think if you win this world title, those massive fights and opportunities are going to come. So we've got a huge hurdle to get over on Saturday night, and a hurdle that I believe he's in the right position in his career. You can win or you can learn, and he's learned from his defeats, and he's gone out there, addressed what was going wrong, and you can see in his previous performances in the last 4 fights that he's getting better, he's getting stronger, he's back to himself, he's punching hard, punching long, quick, and I'm excited about Saturday night, a really good fight.
Do you think the mobility, the angles, the jab are key for you?
Yeah, you can look at Fedor Chudinov. He's quite short for a super middleweight. Very well schooled, got a good amateur background. Uses his feet as his defence. I wonder how he's going to deal with George's leverage, his punch selection, his angles, as you say, his sharpness. And I think the first 4 rounds is going to be really exciting because it's going to see where the fight goes. But I believe my man's got the beating of him.
Finally, George, Fedor says he's a bit excited. You must be.
Well, I might as well be a bit excited as well. Of course. Really, really excited. I think it's going to be a great show. Everyone who is already great, great atmosphere bubbling here in Sheffield. Yesterday at the workout, a great turnout today for the media. I'm sure it'll be the same on fight night. Everyone who makes it down there and everyone who tunes in, you're going to see a great card, some great fights, and some Brits winning and keeping their world titles, I'm sure. So,
thanks, guys. Wish you both well.
Thank you, George. Let's speak to the teams now as well. Vlad Hunrov, welcome. And we know you're a very competitive man, and a big fight on Saturday night where you're backing Fedor to win the world title.
I have only one problem, because George Grove is my hero, because he looks like Vladimir Lenin. Yeah, we never to try to beat a man who looks like Lenin. I'm sorry, that joke. Yeah.
Google it quick.
Yeah. Good luck. It's 2 fighters and people who is coming to this stadium. I hope to enjoy of that fight. Thank you very much, Eddie.
Thank you, Vlad. Good to work with you. And Nisse, welcome again. Great to be working with you on this, and an important fight for you guys on the worldwide super middleweight scene. George Groves can capture this world title. Certainly a major player then in world boxing.
He's challenging for the world title for the 4th time. Fedor, as everyone said, is a very tough opponent, but I don't think it matters who's in front of George on Saturday night. I see it as a date with destiny. I think it's written in the stars that George will become a world champion, and I believe you're going to see that on Saturday night. And I look forward to experience the great atmosphere at Bramall Lane, and it's a real pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Thank you, Nisse. As well as George Groves against Fedor Chudinov, a great undercard of these young gentlemen in front of me. Firstly, we're going to speak to Andy Townend. Andy, huge following you've brought from Barnsley for this fight, and a massive occasion for you, kick-starting the transmission at 6 o'clock on Sky Sports Box Office against John Case for the super featherweight Commonwealth title.
Yeah, I've done very well with tickets, and I think I've done about 6, so I've done alright. So just looking forward to it. Back on a big open card, so be good. Hopefully with my time this time for come off title and bringing it home is.
Lewis Taylor, a big challenge for you against Jamie Cox. I spoke to you yesterday and your team. Again, huge support from Yorkshire, and being a Sheffield man yourself, a lot of hype around Jamie Cox, but speaking to you yesterday, very confident of the fight ahead.
Yeah, sure I am. I'm definitely coming in to cause an upset. I'm not letting him having it easy. I've got a couple of losses, and they've just been learning fights for me. I'm coming in and I'm going to do a job. I'm in Sheffield, I've got a lot of people coming down to watch, and Saturday night's going to be my night.
Jamie Cox, been a while since you've been in the ring. Obviously, yes. A delight to be working with you, and everybody in boxing knows your ability, your power, the dangers that you bring, and they're very excited ahead of fighting for the WBA Intercontinental belt on Saturday night.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and Lewis is a good competitor, but he's got 2 chances, no chance and absolutely no chance. And on Saturday, enjoy it while you can.
Do you feel the pressure ahead of Saturday? Obviously a lot of people talking about you, a lot of people hyping you up now, including us as well. Do you feel the pressure to go in, but not just to win, but to look great in doing it?
Yeah, I mean, we've got world-class smarts in the gym, and everyone's expecting me to go out there and bomb him out, and now I'm just going to stick to my boxing and embrace the event.
Thanks, Jamie. British boxing is flying at the moment, and some of the youth coming through is incredible. The latest crop of Olympians have all joined up with Matchroom Boxing, and 3 of them in front of me here, great talents. And firstly, I'm delighted to welcome Anthony Fowler, making his professional debut on Saturday night on the card. Anthony, been a great camp, teaming up with Dave Coldwell. You're looking in great shape, ready to put on a show on Saturday. Plenty of people coming from Liverpool as well to watch your professional journey begin.
Yeah, definitely. I'm fully prepared for it. I've trained hard for 7 weeks. I've lost a lot of weight. I've lost 10 pounds, but I feel strong as at this light middleweight. I'm going to be tall, long, powerful, and I think the fact that I've been boxing at a higher weight and still knocking kids out for years, that I'm coming down now, keeping all my strength, it's going to show Saturday night.
I've seen a lot of your teammates turn pro as well, and obviously many before that as well in the last cycle go on and become world champions. You feel you can follow suit with those guys and become a world champion yourself?
Yeah, definitely. We all take a lot of inspiration from Anthony Joshua. We've seen what he's done with hard work, dedication, and me and the lads are all going to follow suit, and we're all very focused and going to give it our all.
In his 3rd pro fight, Olympian Joe Caldina. Joe, last fight was at Wembley, this one at Bramall Lane. I think you're not doing too bad starting off, and really starting to gel now with Tony Sims. Looking forward to your 3rd fight.
Yeah, I think I've been a bit spoiled, bit thanks to Eddie, Sky, Matchroom. But yeah, my 3rd fight's in another stadium. My 2nd fight was in Wembley. 3rd fight's in Bramall Lane, and I can't ask for more. And I'm just looking forward to Saturday and just take one more step to being a world champion. And it's even better because I'm fighting on the card with 3 of my brothers. So it's nice, and I'm just looking forward to it.
Lawrence Okoli, you missed out at Wembley. You were a bit happier when you realised you got paid as well for that, but still, it was a disappointment. But a big stadium card here for you on Saturday, and ready to go.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. I'm ready to go. I've trained hard with Brian Shaughnessy, my trainer, and my strength coach. So I'm feeling strong, feeling fit. Had good sparring with some heavyweights, so just getting used to taking punishment for 6 rounds and being able to give it out. So I'm excited. And also with my Olympic brothers on the card, there's a pressure on who's going to get the best knockout on the night. So that's what we're looking for. Can't be. Can't.
Thanks, Lawrence. A fight that's caught everybody's imagination, and of course, definitely Yorkshire's imagination as well, is the vacant Commonwealth heavyweight title between Jamaica's Leroy Thomas and Dave Allen here. It's an intriguing fight for a title that's been won by some major names quite recently, and again, Dave Allen has really captured the hearts and the minds of people, but he's in a proper fight. Leroy Thomas, we had over sparring in the build-up for the Anthony Joshua world title fight against Charles Martin. He looks in incredible shape now compared to how he did in that camp, and I know the team that he's linked up with very, very motivated to win this title. Leroy, welcome. and speaking to you yesterday, very confident about the fight on Saturday.
Yes, it's a blessing to be here. Give the glory to the Most High, Jehovah. Secondly, my thoughts and prayers go to the victims here in Manchester that lost their life. And yes, happy to be here, man. It's time. It's time to get what's mine.
You've mixed at pretty much world level. You've obviously had some fantastic world-class sparring as well. What do you think about the challenge of Dave Allen on Saturday, and how do you see the fight playing out?
Dave, he's a tough guy. He come to fight. And, you know, for me, I did my homework. I spent 10 weeks in Miami getting ready for this fight. And I'm just ready to put it all together and showcase my talent and just, you know, get the victory.
Dave, you definitely weren't in Miami for the last 10 weeks, but you have had a great camp yourself. I saw your interview with Coogan. One of, well, the first times you've had a full camp for a fight. Huge popularity now around you, but ultimately you have to be able to fight and you have to win on Saturday night.
Yeah, you know, Saturday's a big night for me. This is the first big fight I've been in where people are giving me a chance of winning. You know, Luis Ortiz, you know, that it is what it is. You know, I lost him in Dillian White, but Leroy Thomas is no Luis Ortiz. You know, he's a southpaw, he's a good boxer. You know, I respect him, he is what it is, but it's a 12-round fight, and Leroy Thomas is not hard enough to keep me off him for 12 rounds, because I'm going to be on him all night, all 12 rounds, and you ain't going to keep me off you, because this sounds going to sound really childish now, but I'm way too hard for you, and I'm going to bash you up, beat you up, and you're going to quit again.
You take a lot of punishment, boy. And come Saturday, you're going to take it again.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I may do, but I'll break you down eventually. I'll break you down, and you'll quit again.
Listen, Mike Tyson said it best. Everybody got a plan until they get hit. Simple.
Yeah, but my plan is to get hit in the face and then bash you up anyway. So it doesn't make a difference.
We will see Saturday night.
We'll see.
We'll see Saturday night.
We will see.
Saturday night.
Listen, it's nothing personal.
It's nothing personal.
At all. But I want to bash you up. I want to really bash you up. Trust me. I'm really up for this. I'm really up for this fight. I'm fit. I watched your mate Luis Ortiz, 7 rounds Luis Ortiz. I didn't even train for that fight. I've trained for you. I feel sorry for you because you I swear to God, you're gonna get beat up Saturday night.
Saturday night we'll see.
Yeah, we will see. We will see. We will.
Hey, this is the real world. This is not Twitter where you tweeting me and all your fans. They ain't gonna help you.
Listen, you boxed Dominic Breazeale and Fedor, yeah? And you quit both times. I boxed Luis Ortiz, didn't train, went 7 rounds, never quit, never went down. Your boy Luis Ortiz will tell you, you're gonna get beat up badly.
Saturday night we'll see, buddy.
We will see. We will see.
Right.
Talk is cheap, so we'll see.
That's right.
Dave, your dad boxed here at Bramall Lane. The last time boxing was here, only 3,000 there that night, 27,000 expected on Saturday, so you got one up on him. How easy is it going to be to keep your composure on Saturday night in this kind of atmosphere with the noise and the support?
Well, I'm going to be honest, Eddie. My plan is just to beat Leroy up from round 1. From 1 to 12, I'm just going to beat you up. There's going to be people always say you need to show your boxing ability. Saturday night there's going to be no boxing ability. I'm going to be on you from round 1, swinging. Just swinging, head down, swinging. And you might even, listen, the plan, you break your hands on my face, and I'm going to break your jaw. That's the plan. That is the plan. We'll see, we'll see. I'm really up for this. I'm really up for this, Eddie.
I'm glad you're up for it, buddy.
Yeah, we'll see.
Glad you're up for it.
I am up for it, boy. Yes.
Thank you, Dave. You're definitely up for it. Can't wait for Saturday night. Doors will open at 4:30. First fight underway shortly after. And I want to thank everybody for their support, particularly Sheffield United Football Club, the council as well, of course Sky Sports, Showtime. Now, a lot of work goes into these events, and as Leroy said, our thoughts of course with the families affected by the tragedy in Manchester earlier this week, and thank you to South Yorkshire Police as well for all their support to ensure the safety of everybody here on Saturday night. It's important that we continue with great events in this country, and with British boxing booming at the moment, I'm glad we was able to get this event on. And I think everybody involved in this event, fighters of course especially, deserve a huge amount of credit as we move into a main event which I think has really captured the imagination of the boxing world in general. And we're going to have a head-to-head up here, and then we're going to have a head-to-head on the pitch as well, and then we're going to start with a Kell Brook, Errol Spence final press conference. Thank you very much.
Captain.